Okay, so here we are, Petra, on our last morning in Istanbul. I've lost my voice, but that's okay.
Everybody's lost their voice.
Everybody's lost their voices. If you could just say a bit about your feelings, impressions about the 2011 ISTEK conference.
Yeah, well, it was amazing for me, I have to say, Mark. I haven't been to any of the other ISTEK conferences before. I think there were two, officially only one, but two really. And I've never experienced anything like it. We've been really well looked after and chaperoned the whole time. It was really great. And not only, the talks and the plenaries and workshops, but also the social program has been really great. Yesterday, for example, we basically went on a school trip with our ELT colleagues. We went to the Topkapi Palace and went on a tour on the Bosporus. And that was a really great thing because usually you don't have that much time to socialize at conferences. So I really enjoyed that immensely.
Great, fantastic. And for those people who didn't manage to get to your session, could you tell them what you did in your session?
Yeah, okay. I did a session on Web 2.0 tools and how they can foster learner autonomy because I asked myself at some point a couple of years ago, how much time do students actively produce language in my classes, if I'm really honest with myself. And I thought, well, maybe it's no more than 2 or 3 minutes per session. So that won't be enough for them to become fluent speakers of English, to have a really good command. So I had a look around and found a couple of tools which I thought could help them not to become totally independent learners, but tools that could help them continue studying what they've already started studying inside the classroom. So basically my talk was about 4 tools. I talked about Wall Wisher as a tool fostering self-reflection, because I used it to ask students at the beginning of the semester what they wanted out of the course, what their personal learning targets were, and that was a really good experience. The second tool I talked about was Twitter. As most of the people out there might already know, it's my all-time favorite Web 2.0 tool. And I've shown how my students use it to build networks, not only with their classmates, but also with people who speak the target language, with native speakers who might be interested in the same issues or hobbies or whatever they are interested in. And they also use Twitter as a learning diary now. I set a good example by, for example, tweeting words that I had come across watching television series or reading books, idioms and things like that, and I either give an English paraphrase or even a German translation, and I told my students, if you do this, that might be interesting to an English native speaker who wants to improve his or her German. And lots of other uses of Twitter. So this is the second tool I talked about. The third tool was Voxopop, which is extremely useful for people who need to prepare their students for exams like the Cambridge exams or IELTS or TOEFL. Because, as you might know, there is a long turn in those exams where students have to speak for about 2 or 3 minutes about a given topic. And if you have 25 or 30 students in your class and you want to make every one of them practice their long turn, and they do it all in one session, everybody will be really bored. So Voxopop is a tool that allows you to create a voice thread. You can give students a task and they can then record their answers and play them back as many times as they like, analyze their own answers, see whether they like the structure, find out whether they made any pronunciation mistakes and so on. And the last tool that I introduced my audience to was Jing, which is a screen capture technology which allows you to shoot a video of the things going on your desktop, basically, on your computer screen. And I used it to comment on, for example, sample answers to writing tasks that I had set my students in order to show them where their faulties or weaknesses might lie, and they then gave me a relatively adequate self-assessment of how well they did. So they wrote their essay first. I sent them the video with a comment of a sample answer, and then I asked them, so how well do you think you did? And that was also an interesting tool for self-reflection and self-assessment.
Yeah, fantastic. and Petra, is there anywhere where anyone can read about your ideas, or do you ever write any articles, or is there any website or anywhere where people can look at these?
I'm working on an article for Helena Gom's magazine. I'm so tired. English Teaching Professional, right? Yeah. And I might publish an article with the Core magazine. I've just been really busy over the past year. I've been meaning to write about this, and maybe I'll set up a blog after all, because you guys all have a blog, you know. And now after the conference, I really feel like sharing a lot of ideas that I got from other people. And ISTEK is coming up in 10 days, so I think I should set up a blog and maybe share my ideas on this blog.
Well, good luck with your tour at ISTEK.
Yeah, well, I'm only doing a Petra Pointner this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. First one?
My first one, and I'm really, really scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, best of luck with it. Thanks very much, Petra.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.